Hi guys, and welcome to another tutorial video. In this one, I will be showing you how to craft and use a quarry, landmarks, and an alchemical chest. Going to go ahead and hop into it. So the first thing you're going to need to make to craft a quarry is a wooden gear, which is 4 sticks in a circular motion in the crafting table. And that'll make a wooden gear. We're going to need a couple of those because the rest of the recipe uses them as well. Onto the stone gear, you'll notice it is 4 cobblestone and a wooden gear. We're going to need a couple of these as well. Iron gear, iron around a stone gear. Gold, same thing, gold around an iron gear. Diamond is 4 diamonds around a gold gear. Next up is the actual quarry itself, which to craft it's 3 iron gears, 1 redstone, 2 gold gears, 2 diamond gears, and a diamond pickaxe, which is... whoops. Well, I assume you guys know how to make a diamond pickaxe. I would be concerned if you didn't. Moving on. Next up, this is optional. This next bit right here is optional. I'm just going to show you guys a different different way to produce RF power. I showed you the solar panels in the last video. This one is going to use engines. So first off, we need to make a piston. In case you guys have forgotten the recipe, 3 planks, 4 cobblestone, an iron ingot, and a piece of redstone. Next, we will make the Stirling engine, which is 2 stone gears, a piston, 3 cobblestone, and a piece of glass. And now we have an engine. This one is also optional, even more optional than the one we just made, and I didn't put in the recipe. Redstone engines, I'll show you guys how to use that later, but the recipe is 3 planks, 1 glass, 1 piston, and 2 wooden gears. Next up, we are going to make some golden transport pipes. Again, this is optional. If you look at the introductory video to basic RF and EU production and transportation, you will notice that I made wooden transport pipes and cobblestone or stone transport pipes. Those will work just fine. So if you don't have an abundance of gold laying around, go ahead and use those. The reason I am going to use gold is because, as it says, it speeds up the items inside of it, so it'll get it from point A to point B quicker, which is going to make my life a little bit easier. Up next is a landmark. To do this, we're going to need, I'm going to say 3 of these. To make it, it's a redstone torch and a lapis lazuli. Going to make 3 of those. There's the recipe for a diamond pickaxe. Yeah. Moving on. I just got interrupted a moment ago, which is why the video is going to jump a little bit there. I'm going to have to splice 2 clips together. I apologize. So this is to make an alchemical chest. We're going to need low covalescence dust, medium covalescence dust, and high covalescence dust. For low, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cobblestone and a piece of charcoal, I think. Probably. Yeah. And that'll make low covalescence dust. Next, we need some medium. I didn't realize I actually added the recipes to these. That's handy. And then some high. And high covalescence dust is a diamond and a piece of coal. So it's a little bit expensive, and admittedly it is optional, but I'm about to show you why it is so much better than a double chest. And this is the recipe for the alchemical chest. Low kova, medium kova, high kova, stone, diamond, iron ingot, and a chest. So this is your typical double chest, and this is the alchemical chest. This is the inventory of your typical double chest. This is the inventory of an alchemical chest. It's substantially larger. Which makes it extremely useful, especially when working with quarries. Moving on. I'm actually going to pop over here and grab some of the stuff we used in the last video. If I can stop lagging. There we go. And off we go to make the quarry. I've set up a little area for it over here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the landmarks, and we need to mark 3 of the corners. The landmarks have to be in a straight line in order to link up with each other. You cannot have one a block higher or a block lower than the other ones, otherwise it won't connect. So once you've placed those, you can go ahead and right click it, and you'll see it makes this red line connecting it. And we can go over here and right click this guy. And I probably did this wrong. Yeah, I did. So if it doesn't make a perfect square, I mean, that's probably fine for a quarry. Some other stuff is a little more sensitive to it. Yeah, there we go. I should have just clicked this one. That's my mistake. Since I didn't actually craft a quarry, again, something really nice is all of this stuff has an EMC value, which makes life infinitely easier if you decided to use Project E. Again, that's entirely up to you, but it does make life a lot easier. So you'll notice that I placed the quarry down directly next to the landmark. You have to do this in order for it to acknowledge the area. If we were to just place a quarry without landmarks, it has one default size, as you can see there, which is much smaller than what we just set up. So you can use the landmarks to change this default selection, make it bigger, longer, shorter, skinnier, it's up to you. I do apologize, I am lagging quite a bit today. My internet is not the best, so it takes a second for the game to actually open my transmutation tablet or place blocks down like that. So right now I'm just using these cobblestone kinesis pipes to help us transfer power to it. And then I'm actually going to need a couple more wooden kinesis pipes. I am really lagging. I apologize. Jeez. That's gonna make this video significantly longer than it needed to be. Oof. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, to make this easy, because I'm lagging so frigging hard, typically you could use these golden... I ate them. Typically here is where you would use the golden transport pipes or the cobblestone transport pipes or whatever you were going to use to move items. You would place it down next to or on top of the quarry for it to output items into. Instead, because I'm lagging so hard, I'm just going to put the chest right up against it and it'll output to it. And then we give it power. One way to do that is with the solar panel, which I already showed you guys. And then another way is with the Stirling engine, which uses coal as fuel, and a lever or a switch or whatever it's called to turn it on. Again, I am lagging like mad, so I'm not actually going to show you that. But to open this, you would right-click it. It'd have the stuff. And, right. Very important piece of information. If you are doing this on the Cosmic Tekkit server, you have to open chat and type /TBC, which means trust buildcraft, as the Quarry is part of buildcraft. Otherwise, it will not work properly at all. So make sure you trust buildcraft in the claim, preferably before you actually place it down, which is something I did not do. And yet it's... yeah, no. You'll notice the frame has just completely disappeared. Weird stuff happens when you forget to trust buildcraft. So the command /TBC granted buildcraft permission. Now that that's done, we're gonna have to break this and reset up the thingy-majig because I'm stupid. There, and I'll just do it over here because it's meh. There's that, there's that. If it'll connect. And there's that. Cool. And now, when done correctly, you'll notice it's getting RF. It'll start shooting out pipes to build the frames, start mining, yada yada. I could do a time-lapse video here because it looked pretty cool, but instead I'm just going to jump a few tiers ahead. What I just put down was a tier 2 solar panel. This is a tier 6 solar panel. And it's just a little bit faster. Just I mean, tier 2 produces what? 16 RF per tick? Well, tier 6 produces 4096 RF per tick, which definitely speeds it up a little bit. To make this go even faster, I'll show you guys a neat trick here. And again, this is optional, as is using these solar panels. You could do it with the engines, but solar panels are just a lot faster, and I personally prefer them. To make it go even faster than this, something we can do is put down a dark matter pedestal, the recipe to which I apparently don't have handy. Okay. Dark matter pedestal. It's dark matter blocks and red matter, which is expensive. Very, very expensive. But it's useful. And the other thing we will need to speed it up even more is a watch of flowing time, which is not quite as expensive. You will notice that if I try and shift right click the pedestal with my hand, right click disabled, it's banned from the world. So when someone says use a watch of flowing time on a pedestal, make sure your hand is empty. Shift right click, it'll open the GUI, then put the watch in. And then to activate it, right click the pedestal. And you will notice it is now going substantially faster. Normal speed. And speed with a dark matter pedestal and watch of flowing time. It's quite a bit faster. This video has been a bit of a cluster. I apologize for that. Got interrupted in the middle of it. Been tripping over my own tongue, as usual. I'm not the best at this, but I do hope it's helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.